Melissa Cool.
I'm Cherise Cohey.
And I'm Stephen Keener. Welcome to this edition of the Grossmont College Media Communications production of
The Griffin Report.
On this edition of the Griffin Report, we take a bite into Grossmont College's food pantry, Gizmos Kitchen, as they aid students with food insecurities. Then we stop by Cuyamaca College to quench our thirst with their state-of-the-art Center for Water Studies program. And last but not least, we show our love for life by giving blood with the American Red Cross.
For almost 60 years of progress and achievement, Grossmont College continues to change lives through education while serving the needs of East County, San Diego. With almost 100 associate degree options to choose from, Grossmont College provides an atmosphere that is big enough to serve, yet small enough to care about your educational goals. We view our past with pride, our present with confidence, and our future with anticipation. Grossmont College, a great place to start and change your life through education.
Since 2015, 40% of college students have reported food insecurity all across San Diego. Grossmont College helps that by keeping students' minds off their stomachs and onto their studies with Gizmos Kitchen. Lauren Palmer has the story.
In 2018, more than 40% of college students across San Diego reported food insecurity. Grossmont College is one of many trying to help decrease that percentage. Opening on August 25, 2017, Gizmos Kitchen opened its doors and branded itself a grab-and-go food pantry for many students Monday through Thursday in the Griffin Center. So what is Gizmos Kitchen?
The Gizmos Kitchen is Grossmont Community College's free food pantry, and through our food pantry we are able to have students have food once a week, every week, and it's accessible on Tuesdays and Thursdays through our pop-up farmers market that we house outside of Student Health behind Building 60.
Susan Berry, the founder of Gizmos Kitchen, wanted a safe place for students to get the services they needed from the friendly faces of their peers.
So if you come to the Common Ground, we have complimentary tea, snacks, and coffee while supplies last, and that's just the ability that we try to give so that students have a safe place to be themselves and a brave space to really talk about some of the issues that they genuinely care about and are passionate about.
What makes Gizmos Kitchen successful is that those who work there have also struggled and have been in the same shoes of someone who uses Gizmos Kitchen's services. What made you want to work at Gizmos Kitchen?
I struggled with food insecurity myself, and one of the biggest resources when I was at the college at this time was being able to get food on campus. And it was just one of those resources that I used every day until I can actually work for Grossmont College's Gizmos Kitchen. I would say it's pretty rewarding because knowing that students that faced my position when I was the same level as them during my time here at Grossmont, I would say it just feels, nice to know that students are receiving these resources.
I love it because you come across students who are a lot of them are facing food insecurity. Some of them are poor or they don't have any food. And so, yeah, I love working there because I get to help people, and that's what I initially want to do in life, just help as many people as I can.
Gizmos Kitchen is a safe, open space, welcome to any person. All you need is a student ID, which you can get at the Grossmont admissions office.
We give them to fill out the papers, and then we make ID cards for them, and because of this, it's safe and nobody knows their information. They don't have to be shy because it's free for everyone in the Grossmont College, and we encourage them to have food.
It's pretty easy as long as you're a student and you go into the health office. You just ask for food from Gizmos Kitchen and you fill out an intake form and they take your photo. A lot of students have gotten IDs to be able to receive food here, and it reduces the stigma a lot.
Gizmos Kitchen is donation-based and are always accepting them.
We are donation and volunteering based, so a lot of our faculty, adjunct faculty and staff are more than welcome to support, and it helps destigmatize asking for help. So when a student sees someone that they respect and admire, they have the ability to say like, oh, okay, I want to go if my professor's going.
From toothbrushes to boxed mac and cheese, Gizmos Kitchen provides as much as they can to make sure their students never go hungry.
They have the ability to get fresh produce as well as non-perishable food bags.
For the hygiene, I think it's like socks, a toothbrush, toothpaste. And then for food, it's 2 snacks, a breakfast item, and then something to make a meal with. So like mashed potatoes, rice, just something like that you can use for later. And then a can of vegetables, of fruit, yeah, it depends on the can.
It's a very easy thing to make and put together. It's not very expensive or time consuming, and it's just something you could do for like at home or for anywhere else. Even handing people out water or food, you know, it's just like little things like that to help people out there who desperately need it.
But they are only open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So how do they service those who cannot come in between those hours?
It's really difficult for us to really serve our students just based on our hours because we're only open Monday through Thursday and we have our hours running from like 10 to 2. So just to also include some of our evening students, we try to make sure that we're open until 6 p.m.
For more information on Gizmos Kitchen, visit grossmont.edu and type Gizmos Kitchen in the upper right-hand corner search bar. And there you can find additional information. You can also keep up with Gizmos Kitchen on Facebook at facebook.com/Gizmos Kitchen. Changing San Diego from one meal at a time from Grossmont College's Gizmos Kitchen, this has been Lauren Bradley from the Griffin Report.
For over 40 years, Cuyamaca College has been noted as one of the best community college campuses in California.
Located in Rancho San Diego between El Cajon and Jamul, Cuyamaca College has provided students opportunities in several career and academic fields.
Cuyamaca focuses on student success, providing students a guided pathway toward career and transfer opportunities.
Cuyamaca also partners with area businesses, helping to serve the demands for a well-trained workforce.
So what are you waiting for?
Log on to www.cuyamaca.edu and start your educational adventure today.
Cuyamaca College, learning for the future.
The necessity for clean water is not only a local concern, but a global emergency for billions in need of purified drinking water. Cuyamaca College's Center for Water Studies program trains students to thrive in the water industry using state-of-the-art facilities, all from the comfort of their local Rancho San Diego campus. With the story is Thomas Ortega.
Nothing allows a landscape to thrive more than the most important natural resource on the planet. Devastatingly, 1/3 of the world's population does not have access to clean drinking water, leaving more than 2.3 billion without this vital necessity for life.
You know, we all need safe, clean drinking water, so this is where it starts.
You know, the community obviously has a need for clean water, and they also, whether that's the drinking water that comes into their homes and businesses or the reclaimed water that they use for their yard, that's treated water, or, you know, they have to have some way of getting the wastewater that we all generate in our houses out, treated, safe, and away from our residences. So the community benefits, you know, dramatically from having this school training people to move into that industry.
Cuyamaca College, located in Rancho San Diego, is one particular campus in California that is giving rise to water studies as an initiative. Progressive in not only lecturing techniques, but in hands-on experience. The Center for Water Studies educates and trains students with innovative courses to prepare them for a career in the water service industry. The program is equipped with a state-of-the-art field operations skills yard known as the FOSSI, built with $130,000 worth of professional materials donated by water service industries around the county. After receiving a $1 million grant from the National Science Foundation along with funding from Prop V, program directors were able to transform Building L into its remastered center of today. Coordinator of the Center for Water Studies, Joe Young, has been the program manager since 2012, after retiring that same year from the Helix Water District after 35 years.
This program has been around since the 60s. For years it was called the Water and Wastewater Technology Program. It started at San Diego City College, and at some point it moved to Mesa College. And in 2003, because we didn't feel any love over there at Mesa. We moved here to Cuyamaca, and it's been huge for our program. They've done nothing but support us and helped us to expand our program. We love it here at Cuyamaca.
Offering certificates and Associate of Science degrees emphasizing water distribution, treatment, and collection systems, it is the most comprehensive of its kind in the state.
To work in almost every position in a water utility, whether it's drinking water, distribution of drinking water, or wastewater, you need state certification. It's required by law. So all of our classes inside focus on the knowledge you need to qualify for and take those exams and pass those exams and get your distribution certification, your water treatment certification, your wastewater certification, whatever it is you need to make you look like a strong applicant.
While the center prides itself with hands-on learning, the diversity of students allows it to thrive. Mike Krim is a retired military veteran, now looking to serve his community through water studies.
So how did you become a part of the Center for Water Studies here at Cuyamaca College?
I developed a curiosity for the water industry when I was in college back in the 90s. And now I'm coming to the end of my career, and I'm looking to move on to a second career. I remembered what my colleague at work had told me about. I would look around and see if the program still existed here, because that acquaintance had told my friend that he had just taken a few courses here and he ended up with a job in the wastewater industry making a pretty good living. So I looked into it, and sure enough, there is the Center for Water Studies here. It's the same program with a different name. There's more to it, and it's been modernized, but it's still here. The last 20 years I've been working as a manager, a retired military officer. I've spent a lot of time telling people what to do and being told what to do over the years. And that's fine. I'm happy to keep doing that. I've developed a certain amount of ability to do that and fairly well. So what I'm looking to do is get into the water industry and then work my way up. The water industry has so many different options, and it's interesting.
So what exactly is this class that we've come to shadow?
So the specific class that we're in tonight is a backflow tester course of study. Every structure which is fed water by a municipal water district obviously receives that water through a pipe, and then it comes through a meter so that they can keep track of how much water to bill for. Once you get past that meter and the water goes to the end user, you want to make sure that that water doesn't come back into the system from the end user's structure. So every structure is protected by a backflow prevention device of one kind or another. Well, those backflow prevention devices are certified under one program, and they have to be tested annually under another program. Thousands of these devices around, as you can well imagine, for each structure, and then also inside structures. Like if you think about a hospital or a jail or any other school, any large municipal institution, it has these backflow prevention devices inside the institution too, because the plumbing is so elaborate. So this course, at the conclusion of it, results in a knowledge base that would permit one to take the certification test. There's a written and a hands-on to pass those two tests, and then once passed, you get a certification, and then you're employable. This is the kind of class that makes you almost immediately employable. Some of the other classes I've been taking provide you the foundation that you need to get into the water industry and maybe start moving up or finding your place.
Students that have found their place in the program are women in water. Lori Jones, a former teacher and current president of the American Waterworks Association for Cuyamaca, is preparing for the annual spring conference to engage in friendly competition.
The conference is just more of a learning thing, but they do have these little competitions that you can do. So this one is called Meter Madness, and so you get timed and you have to put a water meter together.
Seeking a career change, the Women in Water Symposium caught her eye while scrolling on Facebook. She visited the campus and became intrigued.
While I was teaching full-time as a teacher, I came here for classes Monday through Thursday and just got all this knowledge and just kept going with it because every class was interesting, every class was informative, and the instructors were great. So I was just so impressed with it. I didn't even know there was a world of water and that there were women in it, so it was really exciting for me.
She is actively involved in a paid water studies internship through the program.
I felt like I won the lottery when I got this internship because I'm learning so much. I've been at Padre Dam, great organization. I was down in Imperial Beach, so that was really interesting to see what's happening with all the stuff down there. And now I'm at Otay Water Treatment Plant and kind of seeing how the operators deal with things there. And then my last rotation will be at Pure Water San Diego. So exciting. Every single day is just amazing. I'm learning a ton, and that there's so many different things I can do. So it's going to be hard for me to narrow it down because now I'm getting more qualified in other areas. I'll be taking the certifications really soon, and so I'm just super excited to just be where I'm at right now and have those options. I know it's scary, but just go for it. Just take that first class. Meet with other women, and because this industry is changing. So the Women in Water, it's a big deal. They have the symposium every year. Get involved with that. Get involved with the student chapters for water. Just come to a class. Come talk to one of the instructors, and you'll learn a lot and things you didn't even know existed. So yeah, just go for those first classes.
And so I'm very proud of what we do here, and seeing all those former students out there working and content with their career and moving ahead in life. Is extremely rewarding, so I love what I do here.
A promising future for the center is in the works, partnering with National University to create a 4-year bachelor degree program.
Just trying to do our part for the water industry. They're going to need a lot more workers here over the next 10 years.
From Cuyamaca College, I'm Thomas Ortega with the Griffin Report.
All right, I think I can help you guys out. Looks like we got some A positive and some B positive. All right, we got B positive. Here you go.
You don't want your blood to come from here, do you? You want it to come from a reputable source, like a hospital or a blood bank. That's why we need you to donate blood to a local blood drive, so everyone can have access to safe, clean blood. You can look for local blood drives in your community at redcrossblood.org. People live when people give.
Fear of exposure to COVID-19 at a high, and social distancing the norm, the local blood reserves are at an all-time low. But the American Red Cross still encourages donations, especially now, and assures their dedication to safe, clean collection procedures. Manuel Afato has the story.
Most people have heard of the American Red Cross, but few know the full extent of their mission statement: to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and generosity of donors to ensure people affected by disaster receive care, shelter, and hope. Communities are ready and prepared for disasters. Everyone has access to safe, life-saving blood. Members of the armed services and their families find support and comfort whenever needed, and in emergencies, there are trained individuals ready to use their skills to save lives.
Our mission is to prevent and alleviate human suffering. So sometimes you see the Red Cross in the news standing up shelters when there's major disasters. We help service members at times of crisis. And every day I get more and more impressed by what our teams do. We have employees, but we also have 2,000 volunteers in the San Diego and Imperial County area. And a lot of the volunteers are around us today, helping people get set up to have their blood drawn.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. Approximately 36,000 units of red blood cells are needed every day in the U.S. Each year, an estimated 6.8 million people in the U.S. donate blood. While that may seem like a lot, red blood cells do expire and can only be used up to 42 days. This is why blood drives, like the Celebration of Heroes, hosted last February by American Red Cross, are so important.
The most important things that we do is we collect blood. We're the #1 collector of blood in the United States. We collect 40% of the blood supply, and every 2 seconds someone needs blood. And so it's just tremendous to see all these people turn out today. and it just makes such a big impact. Every time someone donates a pint or a unit of blood, it can save up to 3 lives.
This is why every pint of blood that is donated to the Red Cross makes a huge difference. It could save someone's life when they need it the most. There are dedicated volunteers behind the scenes that help keep the flow of donations on a constant motion. This goal of saving lives weaves its way through the Red Cross's initiative, shining through all of their actions across the globe. The Celebration of Heroes came to exist last year as a collaboration between the Red Cross and News 8 sports director Kyle Kraska after he had a life-changing event.
It was 5 years ago that I was shot 6 times in my driveway, and when I was rushed to the hospital, I needed 14 units of blood to stay alive. Okay, I had multiple blood transfusions when I was shot. I was in a coma for a week. I died on the operating table twice, but remarkably, I was able to come back from all of that and make a full recovery.
Though he suffered from a tragic event, Kraska would not let that stop him. He turned that tragedy into a celebration, honoring all first responders and blood donors who saved his life. The Celebration of Heroes is now on its 2nd annual event and hopes to keep bringing the people of San Diego together in celebration of life for many years to come. But the American Red Cross and Kraska are not alone in their show of support for the Celebration of Heroes and our community. Many emergency responders, members of local government, and sports teams have come to donate in celebration of life.
I've invited the entire community of San Diego. So, everyone in our community, we encourage to come out here and donate blood today. But maybe just to encourage people a little bit more, I thought I'd invite some of our sports teams. So we've got the Padres are here with the Friar and the Pod Squad, and we've got the Gulls and the Seals. We've got the Chief of Police, the Fire Chief, the Mayor is coming today, several City Council members, Chris Cate, and on and on. And I could go on for a while here.
Every month, the Red Cross hosts several blood drives throughout San Diego to combat the ongoing shortage in our community and increase the local blood reserves.
Awareness is the key to let people know how important it is that what we do and that we do donate blood. And there is such a shortage and a need in our community. And I think once people are aware of that, then they do come out because San Diegans are amazing people. They want to help, they want to give.
We had the opportunity to talk to Chief Adi Barbat of the Fire Rescue Department about the Celebration of Heroes and what it means to first responders.
It's important to me. I was one of the responders who came out and helped Kyle Kraska on the day of his incident, and we love helping people. It's part of our job. Not only is it a job, it's just something we love to do. It's great to be a part of this. We really don't consider ourselves heroes. It's something that we do and we enjoy doing.
Though donors and events such as these are helping to offset the current blood crisis, the recent fear surrounding the COVID-19 virus, more commonly known as the coronavirus, has caused people to avoid large gatherings such as local blood drives. Even students like us here at Grossmont and Cuyamaca are taking more precautions amid the concerns surrounding COVID-19.
We hope that never happens, that a student would come to campus positive, because what we're asking everyone to do, whether you're an employee or a student, is if you feel ill, please stay home. And if you're a student, stay home and contact your instructor and let them know that you're going to be absent due to illness. You don't have to describe your symptoms, but you can certainly let them know that you're out sick. And then if you're an employee, we're asking people to stay home and notify your supervisor.
Worries about COVID-19 have caused many to avoid blood donations for concerns of exposure. But the American Red Cross encourages healthy, eligible individuals to schedule a donation to help maintain a sufficient blood supply and avoid shortages. Donating blood is a safe process, and people should not hesitate to give or receive blood. Red Cross employees follow thorough safety protocols, from wearing gloves and routinely wiping down donor-touched areas to using sterile tools for every donation. Furthermore, Red Cross employees are trained in precautions to prevent the spread of any type of infection. The need for blood is constant, and volunteer donors are the only source of blood for those in need of transfusions. If you'd like to help San Diego overcome its current blood crisis, you can always find upcoming events through the American Red Cross Blood Drive website at redcrossblood.org. Who knows, maybe we'll see you at the next Celebration of Heroes. After all,
forever. Till the day I die, which hopefully will not be anytime soon, I want this to go on for as long as we can. This is our second annual. I hope one day we're standing here talking about the 22nd annual and the 32nd annual, honestly.
I'm Alyssa Cool.
I'm Sharice Cohey.
I'm Steven Keener. Thank you for joining us for this edition of
the Griffin Report.